Hi, Renee. Hi. Hi, Barbara. Thanks for joining me. Hi, Miles. Happy Thursday, everybody. I'm looking at my clock and it says 8:30, so I'm going to go ahead and get started, hoping some other friends will join us. Let's move this back so you don't see my pants. Keep it all on the... I'll look better that way. Yeah, there we go. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and get started. Hello, happy Thursday. Thanks for hanging in with me this week. I had some oral surgery done last Thursday, and I was still having a hard time yesterday. So I was kind of out of commission for a while, and I had to move my Facebook Live to Thursday, and I appreciate you following me as well. Nothing is worse than the dentist, but you know, you gotta go. So I am back. I am feeling much better, and I'm anxious to share with you tonight a fun little project. We're going to go ahead and make this little chocolate treat box. This uses the Yummy Christmas stamp set. That's this one here. This is in the new holiday catalog. I saw this one online and fell in love with it immediately. If you love to color with their blends, you're going to love this set. And it comes with a set of dies. But what was so exciting to me was these are the cuckoo clock dies, and they were actually in the annual catalog. And this is the set in the annual catalog that goes with this same set of dies. It's called Cuckoo for You. And the dies even have the little pieces that help you make a little pull tab so you can open the cuckoo clock when the cuckoo comes out. I have not made this yet, but I will let you know when I do, and I will show it to you. So I thought this was a really cute set. So these two stamp sets go together, and there is some Christmas themed sentiments in the Cuckoo for You. And then, of course, they are going to go, the large and even the tree die goes with both. So I am so excited to try the cuckoo clock. I just got that one, so we'll stick with the Christmas for today since we're working on Christmas projects. All right, so Yummy Christmas is the one we're going to be working on today. We're going to be making this as well as an easel card. And this is going to be kind of hard for you to see because you're looking down on it, but it looks from the front, it looks kind of like a regular card. But then it has a little place where you can kind of park it so that when you put it on a table, it'll stand up and stay. So it kind of looks like this when you have it on the table. You see what I'm doing there? It's called an easel card. So easy to make, so cute. This is a perfect set to make a little easel card with. So I thought that would be really fun to teach you how to do that. And you can use that for lots and lots of different designs of cards as well. Just make the easel card. All right. Remember, if you go ahead and share and comment today, I will put you in a drawing to win one of the adorable little Yummy Christmas chocolate treat boxes that I'm going to make today, as well as a sample set of the Magnolia Lane Designer Series paper. One of my favorites. And I've seen lots of demos, and lots of my stamper friends are coloring in the magnolias with their real red blends and making them look like poinsettias and using them for Christmas cards. So they are something that you could even use for Christmas themed cards. So this is our gift for today. Okay, make sure you comment, make sure you share, and this will be sent right to you in the mail. So I appreciate everyone watching me live and as well as the replay. We love to have everybody here. All right, well, let's get started. Let's start on the box first. Okay, the first thing I need to do is make the box section. And this is like super, super easy, which is something I like. And remember, all these dimensions will be on my blog eventually. Again, my blog has suffered a bit from my being down and out, but I will get all this on my blog. I promise to all my stampers I will. All right, you're going to use a piece of crumb cake cardstock that measures 3 5/8 by 9 1/2. Okay, that's all you need to make our box. And then we're going to take our score, and on the long side, I'm going to score at 1 inch, 4 1/2 inches, 5 1/2 inches, and 9. 1, 4 1/2, 5 1/2, 9. Then I'm going to turn it clockwise to the short side, and I'm going to score it at 1 inch. And that's it. That is all the scoring for this evening. All right. Now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to crease all my score lines. And since it is a box, it does come in handy to use your bone folder. Get all those score lines creased nicely, and your box will come together much nicer. Hope everybody's having a great week. It feels like fall is finally here, and I do like sweaters and all that stuff, so this is a fun time of year for me. It looks like it's going to be a little too cold for me this weekend. Hi, Joe. My husband Joe is away in New York on business, and he's even joining us tonight. Oh, he is such a nice stamper husband. All right. So, first thing we're going to do is, as we always do with the boxes, we're going to cut off that tiny, tiny rectangle in the bottom right-hand corner. Hey, Jean. You're just getting here right on time, Jean. We're just getting started. All right, then I'm going to cut up on all the vertical score lines and stop at the first horizontal score line. And there we go. All right. Then you know what I'm going to get out now. You could probably tell me. Next thing is my fabulous tear and tape. This is the best adhesive you can get to put boxes together. I love it. All right, so I'm going to put a piece of that tear and tape right on that thin little rectangle along the side. Now, I'm going to use my pick tool. And I have just learned that this is a fabulous way to get the back of the paper off, because I have trouble. Well, you've watched me struggle trying to get the paper off the back of my tear and tape, and now I've found a wonderful way. So get that pick tool, and it will be such a great resource for you. It's also great for putting on dimensionals and getting the little dimensional backs off. Just lots and lots of great things it can do. All right, now we've got it closed. And the last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put a piece of tear and tape across the back panel of the bottom. You can also use glue here if you want, but I would use something more than just your snail. That's not going to give you enough hold, because we're putting 4 pieces of chocolate in here, by goodness, and it's got to hold it. All right, so there we go. And we're going to close up the box just like that. And there you have it. There's your box. All right. Now, for the next part, I didn't want to sit here in front of you and color and color and color forever, because you would probably get kind of bored. So I wanted to show you just a couple of techniques that I used and let you know the colors that I used for all my pieces. Now, what I did is I used the photopolymer stamp that comes with the Yummy Christmas, and I stamped the gingerbread house twice, and I stamped 4 of the trees using the Memento ink. Remember, you want to use the Memento ink when we're going to be coloring with blends. So you got to remember to do that. Now let me see if I can search out my 2 other. Oh, here they are. There's my 4. Okay. Now let me tell you what colors I used to see if you have the same colors of these blends. The blends are Stampin' Up's alcohol-based markers, and they're fabulous. You can do a lot of blending with them. That's why they call it that. And they don't show any stroke marks or anything on your items when you're coloring. So I really like that part about it. So these are all the blends that I used, and I'll you can kind of tell which ones you like. Now I've seen both of these types and I wanted to give them a try. This one over here, the house is Mango Melody. And I made it with, that has the light Mango Melody. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the darker Mango Melody here. Everything on here is colored with the lightest of the color, okay? Except for the little gingerbread, he is in dark crumb cake. But I'll tell you the colors I used. I used the Mango Melody for the house, the front of the house, Real Red, Shaded Spruce, and that's it. Okay? Now, all those are in the lightest colors. Now, I'm going to come back with the darker color here to show you how you can do some shading on your house. Okay? So let me show you exactly what I do. I'm going to come back with my dark. All right, oops, and I'm gonna use the bullet point end. Remember with your blend, you have a bullet point and a brush tip. Okay, I just remembered I forgot to share with it. That's probably why I'm not seeing as many friends as usual. Hold on, please, friends. I'm gonna share what we're doing here to all my other Okay, sorry about that, friends. I've been out of it a bit, and all right, let's get my Wexford Stamper VIPs in here. There we are. And then, now we might see some more friends. I'm glad you guys are here, but I knew there was something I had forgotten to do. All right, back to what we were doing. We're gonna take the darker Mango Melody, and I'm going to go back over in a few places on my gingerbread house just to give it a little more depth. So I'm going kind of across the top, and then I'm going to go in under, kind of like, you know, if you look up under your roof of your house, there's always a little bit of shade under there. So when you look at this and trying to decide where should I go with the darker color, you want to kind of think about that. Where would there be shade if you were looking at the house? Okay. I forgot to do the light in there. Let me go back. I forgot to color in the middle here. Now I put a little bit of dark, but then I want to use that there. All right. Now I also kind of took a line and went down the side of the house and around the bottom. So what I ended up kind of doing is doing a little bit of an outline of the entire There we go, around the entire edges of the gingerbread house, just to give it a little more depth. Okay, then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back with my light and blend them together. Okay, so I'm going to go over this, and you're still going to see that shade, but it's not going to be quite as drastic of change. You're going to see more of it blended in. So I'm taking my lighter one here, and I'm going in over those same sections. Here I went down, and I'm just blending them a little bit so they're not showing so much, just to give it a little more depth, but not look too drastic. I also colored in a little bit on the roof. There we go. I like that, how that turned out. And I think I'm going to make the door a little darker. I'm going to take my darker Mango Melody and just cover the whole door. Just because that's what I feel like doing. This is kind of whatever you like to do. I just wanted to mention the different colors that I use. Now on this one, I use the crumb cake. Okay, it might look a little more like a cookie. You know, it's really kind of up to you, whichever ones you like. All right, so let's go ahead and finish up our box. Okay, if you have any questions about how I colored or what colors I used on here, just put them up. Which one do you like better? Do you like the Mango Melody or do you like the crumb cake house better? That's kind of more like a cookie color, but I thought I'd try something a little different, just be a little crazy. All right, so now I'm gonna take my little house. Remember, after you color them, you use your dies, your cuckoo clocks dies, and you can cut them out, run them through the Big Shot. Okay, that's just what I did. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna take my house And if you notice here, the house does stick up off your box a little bit. So you want to make sure that you're not putting your dimensionals right at the top of the point on the roof. Okay, now watch this. Come on, there we go. Also nice to have for getting the backs of your dimensionals off. I think I'm going to use it more often because I don't have fingernails and I can sit and dig for hours and it still doesn't move. All right, so I'm going to put this right along the bottom and then try to kind of center it in the middle there horizontally. Okay, so next what I want to do is I want to add 2 of these little trees. And what I did here is I did double dimensionals. Yes, folks, you heard that here, double dimensionals. Okay, so I'm going to put 1 dimensional on. I know things are really getting pretty risky around here. We're doubling up on dimensionals, so look away if it gets a little too scary for you. All right, so there's my 1 dimensional on both of those. Oh, Renee, I hope you're back. She said she got kicked off. Is anybody else having trouble? Oh dear. Finally get back and now I'm not showing up so well. Then I'm going to take my 2nd dimensional and I'm going to put it right on top of the 1st. So I'm making like a little dimensional sandwich. And I'm going to go ahead and take off my backing. Oh, now what am I doing? Use your toolbar. Save you lots of headaches. There we go. And I'm going to put, if you look here, I put them to the side of the house and they overlap a little bit on the side of the house. I like that about it, but I wanted them to stand out a little bit, kind of like they're in your front yard. So that's why I did the double dimensional. So they're going to stick up even higher. Now, wouldn't Dory be proud of me using all these dimensionals? I know. All right. So there we have it. Okay. Now, we got to get ready to put in our little yummies. Okay. Now, let me show you what I did. I used 4 of the regular size Ghiardelli squares. I got them at CVS. You can get them just about anywhere. I got regular little treat bags, cello treat bags that you can get anywhere at the craft store. And I made this little tag. Let me show you how I made the tag. Okay. What I used the sentiments from the Yummy Christmas. All right, let me see. Okay. Gonna need a little piece of black here. Of white, sorry. I'm gonna use this piece. I think that one already has a home. Okay, in my Memento ink, I'm gonna stamp down wishing you a, and then using, oh dear, and then using the Yummy Christmas, the Yummy, I'm gonna take my cherry cobbler, and I'm going to come down just right between. That's what's awesome about these photopolymer. And there it says Yummy. Okay, and it's really cute. Let me show you here. They also have wishing you a happy Christmas, yummy Christmas, and then it's 'tis the season. You can put in 'tis the sweetest season, 'tis the yummy season, 'tis the happy season. So you can interchange and make those all different kind of sentiments. I thought that was so cute. Then what I did, I took my 1 3/8 circle punch, came in, and I punched that out. Now I have that as a circle. And then I took my label punch here with a piece of red, which I am not seeing. It's going to be the wrong color, but we'll go with it. Okay. And I'm going to cut out, come on, there we go. All right, so now how do I make the label here? The tag, let me show you. These are the 2 pieces that we have. I'm going to take a dimensional and I'm going to go ahead and put it on the dimensionals and then right onto this tag. It's only going to just have the little bits showing out, but I just thought that was so cute. And then what I did is I just punched it. Okay, using a hole punch. And then if you look here, you can see the same thing. I just strung it onto my ribbon and then tied the bow. This is ribbon from the Sweet as well. It's real red. And then I just tucked it away. Isn't that adorable? So easy, so quick. I saw this on, I got the idea from somebody, Chicken Scratch had done it, Angie, and I thought this is so cute because I'm getting ready to be rolling into my holiday vendor shows. So I made a bunch of them before and they were a hit. So I'm really glad I made those. All right, so there we go. There's our treat box. Now let's talk a little bit about the easel card that comes with it. Now before we do that, let me tell you a little bit about how I colored this one a little differently. Okay, again, I used, instead of the Mango Melody here, I used the crumb cake. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna get the darker crumb cake. Here it is, I think. Yep, dark crumb cake. And I'm gonna do the same thing that I did with the Mango Melody darker one. And I'm gonna kind of just go around the edges of the house. It just makes it look more three-dimensional. Okay, I'm gonna kind of go up here because you know, like when you look at your roof, you sometimes have some little parts that hang over and make the shadows. So that's what I'm working on here, trying to decide where these shadows would be. Okay, and don't panic because it is a lot darker, but when we go back with our lighter blend, we can get them to blend together much nicer than it looks. All right, for this one, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna go a little bit under each of the windows because there might be a little bit of shadow there. Same here. Okay, and I forgot to color in the middle of my, so there it is in the light. And then I'm gonna just put a little bit of a dark shadow like that. Okay, then down this side and around there. All right, so now the fun begins. We're gonna get our lighter one back and we're gonna go ahead and blend them so they look a little less of a drastic change in color. And that's what's great about these alcohol markers. You just rub over those same spaces and it really blends those in nicely. So you're not gonna see the drastic change in color. That's what I love about these blends. And I'm no artist. I would never ever say that I was, but these blends really, really help make your pieces look really nice. Just kind of follow the lines. And in many cases, when you're using these Stampin' Up! Images, will give you a little bit of a hint where the shadows would be. And that's a great way to be able to use those blends. Oh, over here. Just want to color this in a little bit. See how that just kind of blends together? And it gives it a little more depth, okay? More three-dimensional. And I think I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to color in the door a little more, right there in the middle. There we go. All right, now for this gingerbread man, I colored him in the soft suede, okay, but all the other colors are the same. Which one do you like better? Do you like the, hi Jody, nice to see you. Do you like the crumb cake or do you like the Mango Melody? Which do you think? I don't know, I like them both. All right, so we're gonna make our easel card now. So we're gonna need this. And we're gonna need our 2 trees, and you already know how we made those. All right, so let's get out our paper for our card. Okay, remember, I'll show you the card here finished. Okay, we're gonna put a crumb cake house on this one this time. All right, so it's gonna stand up like that. Okay, you can see it this way if I turn it, so you can see how the easel works there. Okay, so I'm gonna put it right over here and I'm gonna show you how easy it is to make an easel card. Okay, you're going to cut a piece of cardstock the same as you would cut for any other card. You're going to have it's 5.5 by 8.5, and you're going to score it at 4.25. Okay, but you're also going to add an additional score line at 2 1/8. So you're basically going to have another panel from the front that's going to fold back. Everybody see what I did? Okay, the panel, this is the front panel here, and with the additional score line right in the center of the front, you're going to fold back. And this is going to be how we're going to form our easel. All right, let me show you how we're going to do that. Okay, first thing you're going to need is a piece of shaded spruce. And this piece is going to be cut at 4 by 5.25. Okay, and all these dimensions will be on my blog if you have a question about it. And what you're going to do is you're going to adhere it right to the front of the card as if the card was a full-size regular card. But remember, you're only going to be able to put adhesive up in this top section. So I like the idea of using a little glue for this one. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead on my card and I'm going to, there it comes, yay. Okay, put a little bit of glue, just like that. And then I'm going to lay, okay, and the glue gives you a little bit of time to wiggle it around and get it right where you want it to be. All right, so there's my first panel, like that. Okay, then I'm going to take a piece from the beautiful plaid designer series paper. Just love this stuff. I am running out. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to adhere that to the front, right on top, layering it on top of the shaded spruce. So this piece is 3 3/4 by 5 inches. Excuse me. All right. So if you look at the card right here and you didn't know that that side was folded up, it looks very much like a regular card. Okay, now the next thing we need to do is put in our inside. Okay, the first part of the inside is just going to be a regular blank, not blank, but whisper white piece cut at 4 by 5.25. As always, that's always the size we use when we do put the inside panel in. Okay, so we're going to put that there. And then we're going to add the small strip of plaid that coordinates with the front right on the bottom. This piece is 5.25 by 1 inch. Oops, there we go. All right, now we need to make the little part of our card that's going to be the stopper that holds it up. I don't know if that's the good thing to call it, but we're going to go with stopper. All right, so okay, here is the little piece of whisper white we're going to use. Okay, I cut it using the stitched rectangle framelits. There's actually 2 packs of these that come with these. These are fantastic to have. Really great. They add a little stitch to your squares. I love that. Just makes it look a little more professional. All right, so now I'm going to go ahead and stamp this, and this is just like we did for the tag on the box. Okay, we're going to use those same 2 stamps again. Okay, first we're going to use the Wishing You a Christmas. Put that right in the center. All right, put away our Memento Black. Bring out our, I'm looking, I know it's got to be here. I haven't moved. Yep. Cherry Cobbler. And we're going to use the Yummy again. And I'm going to stamp it right in between. So cute. I love that. Using these photopolymer stamps and your acrylic blocks, you can see right where you need it to be. Okay. Now, I seem to have forgotten to make my other piece for the panel. So let's go ahead and we're going to go with it here. Okay. I'm going to take this piece and I'm going to glue it down to this red piece of cardstock. There we go. I'm going to use my scissors. And I'm going to cut a border around here. And this is what we're going to use. It's going to kind of be the stopper that holds the top panel of the card up. All right, so there is our panel. Good there. All right, so let's put this one away and we're going to put the other one together. All right, here we are. Let's go ahead and put our front on first. Very, very simple. We're going to go ahead and we're going to put dimensionals on the back of everything. Okay. But this is a design you can really use for any card. And I love it because, you know, people like to kind of display their cards when they get them. And this makes it so easy. It stays up. It's nice and sturdy. It won't fall down when the wind blows by. So it's a nice way to make a card that somebody can, you know, display on a table or in their office or something. Just really a nice way for it to stay up. All right, so I'm going to put a little Christmas tree on each side. Okay, oh my goodness, you are not in the middle. Let's try, we're going to move him over a little bit. All right, let's move him over to here. That's much better. Okay, now that looks much better. There's our front. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to take our panel that we made here, our small little stopper, and we're going to turn it over and put 2 dimensionals on the back. This is the big finish here. Okay, and what you're going to do now is you're going to take your card and you're going to put it back to where you think you want your card to stand. Okay, I'm feeling like this might be the best angle. Okay, and I'm just going to place my sentiment right down in front of it. And that's going to hold it up because it's on the dimensionals. It'll hold the panel back behind the sentiment, and then you just lift it and lay it back down. Isn't that so cute? I love it. And so you can go ahead and put it up like that. See if you can see it from aerial view. It's going to look like that. And then when you want to close it, you just lift it and close it that way. Isn't that just the most adorable thing? I love it. I'm going to make a few more of these for Christmas. I can think of a lot of friends that would enjoy those. So there's my card using the crumb cake, and here is my candy using the Mango Melody. So you can kind of decide which one you like better and try it out for yourself. If you need any of the products or have any questions about the products, you can always contact me. I'd be glad to help you with any of creative projects you might have. All right, I will be looking for people that are commenting and sharing, and I will draw a name for the Magnolia Lane paper and the Yummy Christmas Treat Box. All right, so next week, I'm going to be moving on to some other Christmas projects, and something that I've been having fun doing this week is making little treat bags out of the designer series paper we have. This one is out of the snowman paper. This is the brightly gleaming. This is the toile paper. And what's so cool about them, they're like little lunch bags. Okay, there's lots of space in there, but what I like most about them is they fold flat. So you can make a bunch of them, and then you can have them stored up, and when you have something that you need to gift during the holidays, you can grab one, open them up, put a little tissue paper in there, and then you've got a bag. So I'm going to show you next week how to make these really cute little DSP lunch bags that can fold flat. I have 4 of them here. They're so much easier to store when you can fold them and they won't be crushed. So we're going to make some of these little lunch bags next week, as well as, I don't know if any of you have seen on my blog, but there is a new Christmas Time is Here suite that's now available to our customers starting since November 1st. And here are some of the cards that I have put on my blog that uses this suite. It is a magnificent suite. It comes with all the paper, the ribbon, the embellishments that you would need. And it just makes magnificent cards. I love them. Some of these roses were cut right out of the paper. This is one that was stamped, and it's just a beautiful, beautiful suite. And I really, really love the paper. And look at this paper. It looks like it's, you know, quilted paper. So I made these little treat boxes, and of course I have to use my little magnets to close them. So we're gonna go ahead and I'm gonna show you how to make these cute little Christmas treat boxes using the Christmas Time is Here designer series paper. Really fun, really fast. I made a bunch of them already, and I'm really excited about showing you how to make them. All right, so join me next week and we will keep working on some of these fun Christmas projects. Thanks for joining me. Next week we'll be back on Tuesday. So everyone have a great weekend. Take care and see you next week.